Every morning, the girls' first task is to line up obediently to receive their contraceptive pills. They come from all over the world. Some are wealthy heiresses accustomed to luxury, others are recent graduates from prestigious universities. So many young women in the prime of their lives have been lured here through illegal means. But once inside, they have no choice but to comply, otherwise, they face severe consequences. Their families cannot find them, because the man behind it all is the local police chief, a figure widely respected in the community. The girls wait in silence. Along with the pills, each is handed a pregnancy test. The newcomer has no idea how to use it.
You pee on it.
Which part?
And the supervisor, annoyed, ignores her. Fortunately, a girl from her room quietly shows her how. Grateful, she feels lucky to have met someone willing to help, otherwise, she would have been punished. But her roommate isn't so fortunate. The test reveals she is pregnant. This organization does not allow pregnant women to continue working, as clients disapprove. It means her roommate will soon be taken away. After giving birth, both mother and child will be sold to different countries, a way for the group to recoup what they call their losses. The girl sympathizes with her roommate's plight, and her own fears deepen. She doesn't know how much longer she can endure this place, or if she will ever make it out alive. This film is based on true events. It tells the story of trafficked girls forced to serve wealthy and powerful clients, trapped in a living nightmare with no way to seek help. Anyone who watches it will feel for these victims. What sends chills down the spine, however, is this. You might think only conventionally attractive girls are targeted, but you would be wrong. Take Lisa, a Korean girl with braces and an ordinary appearance. She was simply enjoying a night out with friends at a bar when she caught the eye of a handsome man, a scout for a criminal group. Lisa noticed his attention and gathered the courage to approach him. He introduced himself as a firefighter, with a respectable career and good looks. Naive, Lisa was quickly charmed. So when he offered to drive her home, she agreed without hesitation. Little did she know, the more charming the surface, the greater the danger, the warmer the smile, the darker the intent. He claimed he was taking her home, but the car stopped at a deserted intersection. Lisa felt a flicker of anticipation. Was he eager to get closer? He asked her to wait while he fetched something from the trunk. As she watched him walk away, something felt off. His firefighter insignia looked cheap and fake, clearly a counterfeit. He wasn't a firefighter at all. In a flash, Lisa realized she had walked into a trap. She scrambled out of the car and ran, but was soon caught. When she woke again, she was lying on a cold operating table, hands and feet bound. Panic set in. Was she about to have her organs harvested? She begged the doctor to let her go, but he showed no emotion, no pity. Coldly, he administered anesthesia, and Lisa lost consciousness. When she awoke, she was in a dirty, cramped dormitory. Only then did she fully understand. She had been trafficked into a criminal organization. Outside, a harsh voice shouted orders. All the girls were herded into line to receive contraceptive pills. This was no ordinary trafficking den, it was a living hell. The leader soon approached her, the newcomer. He laid out the rules for survival, one by one. First, absolute obedience. Any thought of escape was futile. He was the local police chief. Reporting to the authorities would be pointless. Besides, the area was surrounded by 50 kilometers of wilderness. Even if she ran, she would never make it out. If caught, the punishment would be unbearable. Second, strict personal hygiene. Shower twice daily, and again after each client. Most importantly, avoid pregnancy at all costs or be sent away to give birth. Lisa had no choice but to comply, all while quietly planning her escape. In her first few days, she wasn't assigned any clients and became close with her roommate. But 3 days later, early in the morning, a supervisor named Jesse arrived with revealing leather outfits. He told Lisa and her roommate to come with him. There was work to do. With no other option, Lisa got into his car, filled with dread. They arrived at a nearby hotel. This time, Jesse didn't make her serve a client. Instead, she was tied up in a corner of the room, which was filled with cameras. A woman in leather stood opposite her, holding a heavy whip. It was clearly a twisted performance of humiliation. The cold whip soon struck hard, and Lisa's face contorted in pain. She bit her lip, not daring to struggle. After the ordeal, Lisa broke down in tears. Her roommate, also bruised and battered, gently held and comforted her. From that moment on, Lisa's determination to escape grew stronger. A few days later, Lisa was assigned her first client. Jesse drove her to the client's estate, warning her repeatedly not to try to run. But Lisa saw this as her best chance. While with the client, she bit him hard and broke free, sprinting toward the estate gates. Jesse realized what was happening and gave chase. Knowing she couldn't outrun him, Lisa tried to seek help from others. But to her horror, people turned away, unwilling to get involved with someone they saw as beneath them, afraid she might stain their expensive clothes. In despair, Lisa was caught and dragged back, powerless to resist. A terrible punishment awaited her. Upon returning, Lisa was suspended inside a large metal barrel. Chunks of ice were poured in, chilling her to the bone. But her reaction was numb. She knew this time, death was certain. Her roommate noticed Lisa's deepening despair and tried to comfort her. If she wanted life here to be easier, there were other ways to avoid serving clients, like the girl nearby, who was special. Because of her ambiguous relationship with Jesse, she didn't have to take clients. Instead, she monitored the other girls to prevent escapes or rebellion. Lisa suddenly understood why Anna lived differently, why her clothes and belongings were better. She had a connection with Jesse. A thought crossed Lisa's mind. What if she could take Anna's place? Not only might she find a way out, but she could also rescue her roommate, who had been so kind to her. But before she could act, her roommate was found to be pregnant. That same day, she was taken to another facility. The loss hit Lisa hard. She still hadn't found a way to get close to Jesse and could only numb herself by serving client after client. 6 months later, her chance finally came. By now, Lisa was skilled at her work. No matter how repulsive the client, she had learned how to handle them.
Where are you from, Eden?
China.
One day, after finishing, she waited outside for the others. An argument broke out between Jesse and a client. The payment didn't match the agreed amount. The client, his mind fogged by long-term drug use, couldn't calculate the difference. Lisa quickly did the math in her head and gave the exact amount. Jesse was impressed and dealt harshly with the client who had tried to cheat him. On the way back, another incident occurred. 2 girls had escaped. Lisa had overheard their plans and knew which direction they had gone. She hadn't joined them because she believed that on foot, they could never outrun Jesse in a car. Even if they hid, they would eventually be found. After a long internal struggle, Lisa decided to help Jesse track them down. Guilt weighed heavily on her, but she was desperate to earn his trust. After this, Jesse began to trust Lisa completely. He even let her take over Anna's duties. No more clients, just answering phone calls for appointments. Anna was furious but didn't dare oppose him. Soon, Lisa fully replaced Anna. She no longer had to live in the dirty, crowded facility. She moved in with Jesse. She took care of the household diligently, but Lisa knew that even if she could get past Jesse, the organization's leader would never let her escape easily. So she continued to deepen Jesse's trust, staying obedient for a full year. Slowly, through subtle persuasion day after day, she managed to sway Jesse. One day, when the leader's guard was down, Jesse attacked and killed him. Lisa pretended to be terrified, acting too timid and weak to ever think of escaping again. Jesse trusted her even more, even allowing her to visit her pregnant roommate. Overjoyed, Lisa went to see her friend. But before they could catch up, her roommate noticed Lisa's well-dressed appearance so different from before. She accused Lisa of having joined the criminal organization. Lisa quickly explained that everything she had done was a temporary strategy, a means to survive and eventually rescue her roommate too. But her roommate told her not to worry about her. She was nearing her due date, and after giving birth, she would be sold immediately. There wasn't enough time for Lisa to save her. Lisa sensed that her roommate actually wanted her to act quickly but didn't press the issue. Instead, she comforted her, promising to find a way. However, her troubled expression didn't escape Jesse's notice. He thought Lisa was too soft-hearted, too human for someone like him, who had long abandoned his humanity. Such people, he believed, would eventually betray him. Lisa insisted he was overthinking it, but Jesse wouldn't listen. He pulled another girl from the car and handed Lisa a gun, ordering her to kill the girl as proof of her loyalty. Lisa looked at the terrified girl, her heart torn. Helping recapture escapees was one thing, they might not necessarily die, but killing was another. Yet Lisa wanted so desperately to escape. After a long struggle, she pulled the trigger. To her surprise, the gun wasn't loaded. It had all been a test and Lisa had passed. Shaken, her heart racing, Lisa saw Jesse's twisted nature in a new light. She decided she couldn't wait any longer. She had to eliminate Jesse and escape. Not long after, an opportunity arose. Lisa noticed Jesse had left his drug paraphernalia on the table before stepping out. Quickly, she sprayed a lethal dose of insecticide onto it, then placed everything back as if nothing had happened. When Jesse returned, he sensed Lisa was unusually tense, but his craving overpowered his suspicion. He picked up the tainted equipment and took a hit. The effect was immediate. Jesse collapsed, unconscious. Lisa didn't let her guard down. She cautiously approached, confirming he was completely out, then began her next move. She took anesthesia from Jesse's refrigerator and made her way to her roommate's facility, planning to escape with her and her newborn child. The guards, familiar with Lisa's connection to Jesse, trusted her. This gave her the chance to approach from behind and inject one of them with the anesthesia. The guard fell unconscious before he could cry out. Lisa found her roommate and urged her to leave, but her roommate begged Lisa to help find her child. She couldn't bear to leave the baby behind. Lisa had to admit it was impossible. The child had been sold immediately after birth. Facing reality, her roommate didn't push further. Survival came first. The two stole a van from the facility and drove non-stop for 2 days and 2 nights. Only when they were sure they were beyond the organization's reach did they dare to stop and rest. Lisa found a phone booth. For the first time in 2 years, she spoke to her mother.
Mama.
The film ends here. Dark Eden was released in 2012. Some say the protagonist is not purely good, but under such extreme circumstances, self-preservation is human instinct. Human nature is complex, and people are multifaceted. Thank you for watching. See you next time.